Thank you. I just reduced the ROV to a scale of 3. This was an old project. There's many targets called smoke. 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 Smoke billowing.
Yeah, you can see it washing over the barnacles here. Breakfast in barnacle land.
Can zoom in a little bit more on the camera platform here, video.
Yeah. Trying to give you my good side, Tom.
It's looking pretty good.
What's that round pink thing in the center?
That,
It looks too big to be a shrimp.
I think it's one of those large size video. Let's get a slow zoom on Little Herc, please. Scale worm.
Ah, okay.
Let's hold that. let's hold that. This is a drifting shot here.
Well, that's a really good question. Well, let me start from the beginning, okay? What we have is we have a great big winch that's underneath the deck of the ship. And on that winch is 8,000 meters of what we call .68 cable. So, first of all, do you know how long 8,000 meters is in feet? Well, it's more than 25,000 feet. So if you want to convert that to miles, if you divided that by 5,000, you'd see that we have over five miles of cable on that winch.
Nah,
Your
bridge.
worms on the run there.
Come in, bridge.
Move complete.
Thank you, bridge.
And 3 fibers. The power conductors are what we
Pilot
call
and
the
co-pilot, the
electrical
move is
signal
complete.
row rod.
All right, thank you.
Copy that.
Fiber
We'll noodle around here a little bit, and then we'll
is a glass
get a white balance.
You want to find out if the smoke is easily in range?
Smoke's right off to my left.
and those fibers
Let's see. Let's come out slow, video.
all of the images that we're seeing and all of our data.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm only 15 meters above you at this point.
That's probably a great spot. Check out my old perch here.
Certainly some good shots from the camera platform right now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alright. I'm only 15 meters above you at this point.
That's probably a great spot. Check out my old perch here.
Certainly some good shots from the camera platform right now.
Yeah.
Whoa. Something just knocked all those shrimp off the wall.
That was my backwash. remember all this activity up here on the left.
meters. All of our smoking vent targets are within a radius of 11 meters from the past 3 dives.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. Come over here.
There's my perch.
My left here. There we go.
Okay. Okay.
Well, first of all, let me make sure I understand what you're asking. You know that there's nobody inside the robot, right? This is a robot. There's nobody inside it. It's all remote controlled, and it's being controlled by all of these people out in the front of me here. So it's all without people inside. But to answer your question, how long would it take us to get back into service? From here, about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Well, I think maybe we'll push that to scientists and ask them the question. Tim, can you answer that question for us?
So I'm going to rise up here, Tom.
Copy that.
This is interesting. Here we have a little bit yellower. Oh, that was just distance.
There was kind of a greenish yellow vent
Yeah.
down there.
It's definitely got a... Work up the wall here, Tom.
That looks like a shrimp farm.
It's the shrimp village.
Barnacles are
Shrimp Hot Springs.
barnacles are right up here. get into this heavily populated area. So I'm back with you, Santiago.
Okay.
I see a scale worm dead ahead. Lots of barnacles.
Yeah, if you can take a look at the scale worm. And oh, to the right, I think I see one of those large shrimp on the rock to the right.
Okay, stand by.
You see it?
Yes. Video, we're okay for Zoom.
Jakarta, this is EX.
Roger that.
Hey team, is this the large shrimp morph that we were looking for earlier? It's not. Huh.
Yeah, I guess we would need those video there to give you a heads up of what Dave's going to be doing later. We need those in front of the camera. We'll try to have signal.
Yeah, I see it.
Put up the high pack. So EX3, is Sean having control of this until the event now, or not yet? It's just a moment in time to be able to zoom in.
Yeah, we have control until 7 a.m.
Roger that.
So a little bit. Yeah. Ooh. Can we next, after the shrimp, look at those red worms? And there's also a snail at the base of the rock to the right.
Snail. Let's see, let's get this little worm right here since we were on him. Full zoom, please.
It's full zoom.
Okay. Okay, let's come out slow.
Yeah, I heard you. The volume was decreased, but I heard you just fine.
Yeah, Jakarta. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Okay.
Silver Spring. I heard
Okay,
you.
hold that, and
Not as
back
loud,
in,
but clear.
please.
The snail is
Video, back in.
down below.
I think there's something here. Perhaps not what you intended, but
Oh, there's another one. Okay.
there's that one.
Yeah.
It's full zoom.
That worm looks different too.
That's significantly lower volume. It's harder to hear you. It's much harder to hear you, but we can probably turn up a little bit more.
Go ahead, watch leader.
Yes, I just want to give you guys a heads up. As part of this show that we're doing, we're going to be giving them a quick demo of where the ship is. And to do that, we're actually going to need to take away the high pack display for a few moments. And I just want to give you guys a heads up when that happens. It's only a temporary thing. It's just to do a demonstration. And as soon as we're done, we will be switching back to high pack.
No problem. We really don't use it that much when the vehicle's on the bottom. It's only on the ascent and descent we care.
Okay, roger that.
Thanks for the heads up, though, Webb.
Yep.
Roger that, EX.
Let's come out, and we will
Roger.
continue our search.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
There's another. Let's go back
Woo.
in real quick. There's another snail. He's
zoom.
right into the bacterial mat there.
Yeah.
All right.
Roger that. Thank you.
Message to the situation.
Maybe another macro of a couple of barnacles wouldn't harm.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, in fast. Slower. We'll focus on this barnacle center screen.
Full zoom.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we'll love to get a good image of is the scales of the barnacles. It's like
Okay.
the sights that we're seeing. Oh, we
Yeah.
just moved, but
Well, we're at full zoom. Let's
right. But
out fast, please. Video. We'll find one closer.
just just to keep in mind what to
Full
Yeah.
zoom.
aim
Full wide,
for.
excuse me.
Yeah. Right. I think if I twist a little bit more here. I think there's some well-lit ones right there. Okay, in fast. And slow. Hold. Coming right. Okay, in slow.
They're pretty covered in bacteria here. Hard to see.
Actually, I've got the SSOE open also.
That's full zoom.
All right, thanks, video. This is great.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've got the SSOE line open also, so I'm not sure which one I'm mostly hearing you on, but I can hear you quite well.
Co-pilot, can I come in a little bit, zoom in a little bit on the camera platform?
You certainly can.
Roger that. Coming in slow. You can track
Okay,
with me, thank you.
SSOE is off. And
Left.
I'm talking to you by pressing the OKEX talk button, and as long as the SSOE is open to listen to, I can
In
hear you
medium,
just fine.
please. And stop.
There's two of them.
It looks like the bacteria populates any surface, whether it's moving or not.
Same appears to be true of the barnacles.
Yeah. Okay, let's come out medium.
Okeanos, this is UNH,
For what?
UNH.
Oh, really? Okay, I need
Yeah,
to.
you're pretty close.
Yeah, there's the sponge. Okay, in medium.
This is the Okeanos. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okeanos, this is UNH, just a radio check. You're loaded.
Copy that.
That is weird.
Worm.
Left. It was red. Right there.
Coming. Focus on worm.
That is great.
in focus here.
Go ahead, S2. Yeah, we'll be embedding the whatever's on the OKEX channel. Yeah, sure. You want to do a test now? Alright, are you listening to the audio? Yeah, go ahead, Kev. Okay. Okay. That sounds fine. Did you get my email about the muting? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all I can say is if you're going to use speaker, if you could please, while somebody on the remote end is speaking, if you can please mute your speaker. Like right now, I'm hearing myself
Thank you,
through your
pilot.
speaker,
That's
and
great.
it's very distracting.
Okay, let's come out medium.
Agreed, Webb. This is Jeremy. As of 15 minutes ago, audio was perfect. Now I have a bad echo.
Okay. Or mute your microphone.
You think we can go back to the vents and hunt down the big shrimp?
Big shrimp. We could find you a big shrimp. Yes.
So
Full white power.
Thank you. That'll be great.
just whenever you're not talking,
Big
I'll
game
you could
hunting.
mute your
come
microphone.
out for you.
And co-pilot, if you'd pull yourself up 3 meters, please.
All in.
Thank you. And you can watch your camera to see how fast you're going there on the shiv.
Okay, that's great. Thank you,
Pull
pilot.
yourself up faster, please. And video, if you'd zoom out.
Okay, that's about 3 meters.
All right, that's good. Nav, what's our speed of advance here?
0.1.
0.1, okay. That's some time. Oh. Anything else while we're sitting here, Science?
No, I think that's good. Thank you.
Okay. Full wide, please, video. Lifting off.
Oh, can we actually look at the off-roid on the?
Off-roid.
Oh, the brittle star on the coral.
Brittle star on the coral. Back in, please, video.
The yellow coral.
Yellow coral, right. Coming left. Right. It's a lot of shimmer in the water. I think we're in a mixing zone.
Yep.
Nav, what's our CTD temperature, please?
CTD temperature 11.5.
Oh, gee, yes, it's quite warm here.
Toasty.
Salinity 34 parts.
All right.
That's the limit.
Okay, video, I think we can come back out. We've gotten a good look at the center here. I need to get myself going.
My camera's near the limit.
Yeah. I know you're looking in the direction of advance. I just keep myself in view.
Okay. So essentially you just want to be in the center of the screen.
Somewhere visible in the
Oh,
screen.
okay.
I can wander left and right. Obviously, if I stop to work on something, the view will change, but when I pick up and get going, it's an easy reference.
I see.
Is there a... That seems okay.
Yeah. So you need to pull up another 3 meters. You're coming up the hill here.
Right.
To the left. Pilot, this is science.
You want that thing?
There was
Coming left. Coming right. Oops. Going down the stalk.
wow.
Focus. Wow. It's an amazing amount of shimmer there.
Wow. That... Oh, I think I'm getting rotated.
Okay, let's come out video. Hold that.
We've seen many octopuses.
Oh, nice. Okay, let's come out slow.
Tether seems to be fine. Should I maintain an altitude of 16 meters? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to pull up. Yeah.
Octopus.
All right.
Somebody lives down there.
16 meters.
I'm getting a little stretched out here.
Yeah, I think you're...
Okay.
This side. Needle looks good. Tree looks good.
All right, I'm going to look around a little bit.
Thank you, pilot.
I was looking for the hold fast. Where would that be? Let's come out a little bit. Hold that for a moment. Well, you just can't see the hold fast.
That's okay. It's I think that's good enough. Thank you.
Alright, let's come full wide. Actually, I'm going to indulge myself with the octopus just for a moment.
I'm coming over top pretty soon.
Alright, that's fine.
I'm going to raise the platform.
That's fine. That's a good idea. Just a little bit of zoom, please, video.
Right, 16 meters.
Alright, let's hold it right there. Interesting. Okay, let's come out slow. Lifting off.
600 or 700 degrees Fahrenheit. When we get in closer, as you see now, you'll start to pick up other animals that may be here, including several species of shrimp. Just some off to your right. I see a few there. And there's also stalked barnacles. These are chemosynthetic ecosystems thriving on the nutrients in the hot water, nutrients such as sulfide and methane. We often see a lot of staining on these edifices like this that are indicative of microbes and bacterial communities. And these vents are going 24/7, and life here thrives very well. As we pan down, you'll start to see in the bottom right corner these long strings that look like, I don't know, toothpaste or even candle wax. That's actually elemental sulfur that has flowed out, molten sulfur that flowed out of these vents at one time under different temperatures. And they vary a lot in color. They can be black and yellow and white, really spectacular. So there's entire ecosystems that are living and thriving off of these nutrients at these vents. But this is just one of the many places that we've observed during this expedition. I just want to back up and let you know that for over a century, we've known that the biological diversity around Indonesia is one of the highest in the world, and that is on land and in shallow water. However, until now, the deep sea in this region has been essentially unexplored. And so for the past month, we've been doing what you're seeing now with our team that it consists, I think, of more than 60 scientists and engineers in the U.S. and Indonesia. As we've been exploring these unknown deep waters in the heart of what's known as the Coral Triangle. This is the area that I spoke about that's with such diversity in the shallow water. I must be honest with you, when we began this venture, this expedition, I wasn't sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. Pilot, can we stop and look at this crab, please? Crab.
Crab.
We just passed.
Yep.
Nav, this is science.
Go ahead, Science.
Will you please drop a target here for the octopus?
Copy that.
Okay, we can zoom video. Let's hold that for a moment.
All right. Thank you, pilot. That's great.
Okay, zoom out slow.
Heaven check.
Time.
I'm very proud to say now that this is our 24th dive of this expedition. From these dives, we have now examined more than 30 miles of deep sea floor, ranging from about 600 feet down to more than 2 miles down. This exploration has uncovered and explored a high diversity of habitats. We looked at deep sea muds, the top summits, rocky summits of seamounts. We've seen hydrothermal vents like this that have abundances of shrimp. That's what you're seeing right now. Just tremendous diversity of habitats throughout this Indonesian region. Wait. Wait. I was just getting to it. Hey, Catalina, can I just add one thing? This is Tim. Yeah, I was going to get to the answer of our question of whether or not the deep sea in this region is actually as diverse as what we see in the shallow waters. So it's very clear to us, a very excited bunch of scientists, that we've seen an extraordinarily high diversity of species. By one count, we have more than 300 deep water species we've observed so far. This includes corals with more than 30 different kinds that are found only in deep water, crabs and shrimp, many that we find living, as you see here, or among branches of corals, certain species of corals only. We see them in burrows and on different sponges. We've seen barnacles, sometimes thousands of them, attached to large hydrothermal spires. And frankly, we may have seen one of the largest fields of barnacles that exist in the deep sea. So all this rich biodiversity, we think now rivals that of macrofauna diversity anywhere in our oceans. So, and it's not just about the diversity here. We're also seeing entirely different sets of species in shallower water, shallower deep sea water, as compared to those in deeper deep sea water. So there's a tremendous amount of diversity here, and these discoveries really are just going on and on. So, so as you can imagine, the scientists here are very excited about all this, and this excitement has really transcended these discoveries to our partnership and our collaboration as scientists. So, through the process of making these discoveries,
Pilot, you can power up.
Copy.
so it's very clear to us, a very excited bunch of scientists, that we've seen an extraordinarily high diversity of species. By one count, we have more than 300 deep water species we've observed so far. This includes corals with more than 30 different kinds that are found only in deep water, crabs and shrimp, many that we find living, as you see here, or among branches of corals, certain species of corals only. We see them in burrows and on different sponges. We've seen barnacles, sometimes thousands of them, attached to large hydrothermal spires. And frankly, we may have seen one of the largest fields of barnacles that exist in the deep sea. So all this rich biodiversity, we think now rivals that of macrofauna diversity anywhere in our oceans. So, and it's not just about the diversity here. We're also seeing entirely different sets of species in shallower water, shallower deep sea water, as compared to those in deeper deep sea water. So there's a tremendous amount of diversity here, and these discoveries really are just going on and on. So as you can imagine, the scientists here are very excited about all this, and this excitement has really transcended these discoveries to our partnership and our collaboration as scientists. So through the process of making these discoveries, our partnership is actually really cemented and itself and rapidly becoming not two groups of independent scientists, but actually researchers together sharing discoveries and developing new questions. So all of us together, sort of on the edge of our knowledge, and turning to each other to learn more about these discoveries and to advance them. So, to be frank, I had not anticipated the level at which this would take place before this expedition. It's been a real privilege to be a part of this growing partnership that I can only see going in further and either better directions.
Education and technology, high priorities for developing a new kind of relationship between Indonesia and the United States. From, I think, Ambassador Hume's perspective, the Okeanos Explorer visit to Indonesia is a very important symbol of a new way of interacting between two great maritime nations that allows us to work together, not only to exchange information, exchange technology, and collaborate, but to share those results with the world. Brunei 4 and the Okeanos Explorer sailing together in the area that Dave Lavolvo showed you is a very important statement for the importance of oceans in Indonesia and the way that we can focus on science, technology, and education through our engagement on oceans, whether it's the Coral Triangle Initiative, the World Ocean Conference, and the Manado Declaration, or expanded science cooperation like you're seeing here. With that, I'd like to turn it back over to Kat.
Yes. Kat, as you know, and everyone, what we're doing out here is we're operating, first of all, 24 hours a day, and we're trying very hard to use the ship as efficiently as possible. And in order to do that, we have to make the best use of all of our tools, not just one of them. So the way we work this is in the evenings after the ROV dive, we do one of two things or a combination of both. We either map the bottom using our multi-beam mapping system that we have on board, and we also do drop equipment over the side called CTDs to take samples of the water column from the surface all the way to the bottom. So depending on what our mission is on any one day, we can do a combination of both of those things, or we can just do one. But the idea is that as soon as the ROV hits the deck and we're done for the day, we roll into either mapping or CTDs, and we continue that as long as we have areas that are new to map. We continue that until the morning when we get ready to put the ROV back in the water. So the mapping gives us the opportunity to locate and identify areas of interest that we can plan 2 or 3 days in advance to come back to and ground truth an image with the ROV. So if everybody's working together and everybody's working in unison, we can keep a schedule that allows us to plan several days in advance, and we can always make sure that all of our equipment is working to the highest level of efficiency. I'm sure everybody understands that we have an operation that costs a fair amount of money per day. So we are all very sensitive to the fact that we must make use of the people here and also the equipment as best we can. So that's basically what we're doing out here, Kat.
Hello, Kat, and hello, all the distinguished guests. Certainly, Kat. The multi-beam sonar is one of the best sonar in the world that we have on the Okeanos Explorer. And the beauty is, like, as we go deeper, we cover more and more area because our spot coverage is greater in deeper areas. And I've been told that I was on the ship last leg, but this leg they've continued to map in unison with ROV work, and they have completed almost an area as big as the state of Vermont.
Sure, yes. This is Sharon at PMEL. As Dave mentioned, one of the things that makes the ship effective is the ability to map, use the water column measuring tools, and then follow up with the ROV dives to see what's on the seafloor. And in the case of hydrothermal vents, our exploration program through the PMEL Vents program has used kind of all these tools collaboratively, and in areas where you don't know what's on the seafloor, first to map it in the detail that the system on the EX has, then follow through with measuring the water column above the seafloor at areas where the targets look interesting, and then following up with the ROV dives to discover new sites and then map them in more detail with actual observing on the seafloor. So it's a really effective method for using multiple levels of exploration to fine-tune and decide where you want to spend most of your time for the greatest benefit of what you might discover.
Rhode Island is here. Actually, everybody has left. Kate Moran had a meeting, and she said it was very nice to be able to see beautiful pictures of the ocean because right now she has to deal with the oil spill.
Well,
yeah, this is Tim Shank. Oh, sorry, this is Tim Shank. These the shrimp are anywhere from 1 inch long to about 8 inches long. I think the ones we're seeing right now are about 3 to 4 inches long. Yes. Yes, we have microbiologists on our team, and we're collecting samples of the fluids like Sharon described in the plume, and we'll be looking at those for microbial activity. We know and someday we have to come back here and actually sample the seafloor and get some of those microbes you're talking about. That is 10 centimeters between those two beams.
Sure. Stand by. Could you zoom in on the shrimp, Dave? One thing I'll tell you as they're getting ready to zoom on the shrimp, as you zoom a camera with a lens of this magnitude, the closer in you get, the more movement you will notice. On a thermal feature like this, it's at times very difficult to put the vehicle down safely. On a thermal feature like this, it's at times very difficult to put the vehicle down safely on the bottom for fear, not only because of the incline that we're on, but also for fear that we're going to set down in a location that could be hot enough to basically damage some of the wiring on the bottom of the vehicle. So what Dave is trying to do is at times very difficult, is hold the vehicle in mid-water while the camera zooms in to these very tight shots. So if you're seeing movement, that's what's happening. It's a choreographed exercise that can be very difficult at times, especially if there are currents. So as you can see, he's slowly trying to get himself in the ideal position to where he can ask our video operators to slowly zoom in and get a really tight image on the shrimp. All of this requires a great deal of patience, sometimes a lot of time, but normally it ends up being very worthwhile. Okay, he's just about got a stable position now, so you're going to see the camera start to zoom here soon. Okay, you're there. Yeah, right now we're zooming in on the orange shrimp that you see. And basically what he tries to do is he tries to get the subject dead center of the screen. So when we zoom, the subject doesn't go out of the screen that we're seeing. Yeah. The shimmering that you see is essentially the hot water.
how amazing it would be to actually see these images from the bottom of the Pacific Ocean north of Sulu Oasis. It's just really, really spectacular. We've been just fascinated watching the shrimp and greatly appreciate your zooming in for us. It's much easier to get a sense of what's down there when we have both close in and farther afield views. So thanks for making that possible. Can somebody narrate for us a little bit of what else we're seeing down there?
Yeah, this is Tim Shank again from Jakarta, and this is one of the species of shrimp we think we may have seen before. You're watching these 2 or 3 inch long shrimp walk across the the basalt rock here. You can see that they're covered with a film of microbes. They often let those microbes grow on them and on their legs, and they scrape it off, and they feed. So they walk around in this shimmering water, basically farming the microbes off their bodies. It's very interesting. And it's these kinds of images that we're able, if you can see, you can actually count the spines on the tail of the shrimp, which helps us identify what species it is. Without these images, we would just write down this is a shrimp living here on this volcano. But these images are absolutely spectacular and advancing how we can identify species very rapidly. The small yellow little round things you see, I think, are bits of sulfide, elemental sulfide that has come out of this top of this volcano and dripped down or fallen down on the sides of these rocks.
And what would you estimate the temperature is where the shrimp are that we're seeing now?
Yeah, we've seen shrimp like these in the 2 degrees C to actually they swim through the black smoke. They typically live 25 degrees C or less. So these here, I think, are more in the range of 4 degrees, 5 degrees, something like that right here, what we're looking at.
Most of
we were seeing earlier, can somebody describe a little bit of those to us?
Well, these are Neolithus stalked barnacles. Well, these are Neolithus stalked barnacles that we see more and more now advance in the as we explore the West Pacific and the Southern Ocean. And we've seen these now. We think we have 2 species here at Kawio, Barat, and they are stalked. They you see them projecting out this their cirri, this net that they put out to collect particles in the water, and they feed on those particles. And we know that they can have microbes within their system that helps them live in a chemosynthetic environment. And we also know that they can change sex as they get larger. They start off as one sex and change into another. That group has been very successful here, as I mentioned before. We see thousands of them on the other side of this hill here. There are thousands of them that live on these large spires that are 10 to 15 meters tall, so 45 feet, some of them.
I'm going to give somebody else in the room a chance to ask any questions. So thank you again very much.
Thank you.
And what do you perceive the commercial value of that? Could that be a power source for the next generation? Or can I safely say that Indonesia will be the next Saudi Arabia for geothermal?
Dave Lavalvo, I figure we can take this one here. We've got Dr. Sugiarta in the room as well.
I'm sorry, you're asking me to take it, Jeremy?
No, sorry. We have Dr. Sugiarta here who's happy to answer that question.
Yes.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. I'm Sugiarta at the ECC Jakarta. Yeah, I was thinking about your question, and I think maybe in the future we have to explore more about that because now we are looking at the possibility of almost.
But the volcanoes that are active like this do represent a number of different possibilities as far as economic value goes, although their remoteness, their difficulty to get to, the technology required to potentially utilize some of the resources in a environmentally sensitive and responsible fashion could be very expensive. But all these things are being thought about and looked at and could potentially be important someday.
So, Kat, if I could jump in for a second. I was going to ask Dr. Sugiarto if he wanted to say a few words, especially given the Indonesian embassy participants in the room in Silver Spring. Would that be all right?
Selamat malam, Ibu dan Bapak yang sekarang sedang berada di Washington. Kami di ECC Jakarta sedang melihat gambar-gambar dari Kawio Barat pada kedalaman 2000 meter dan melihat begitu banyak 2000 meter dan melihat begitu banyak keajaiban yang sebelumnya belum pernah kami melihatnya secara langsung. Mudah-mudahan gambar yang kita lihat bersama ini juga dapat memberikan informasi yang lebih baik mengenai laut dalam di Indonesia.
Because I'm not a
layman, so I just want to ask, is there any relation, from this kind of discovery, is it possible for us to predict another, let's say, tsunami or earthquake, big or very big earthquake? And then my second question is, can we relate this kind of phenomenon to the global warming phenomenon that happened today? Thank you.
Yeah, those were interesting questions. The first one, those were interesting questions. The first one that related with tsunami possibilities, I think we have no direct relation between our findings and tsunami. However, we discovered some volcanoes that we have to observe and to look at the statistics of those volcanoes in the past, to look at the possibility of what has happened in the past. The question of what was the second? The relation with climate change. Uh, I think we have now had the first-hand data of hydrothermal activities and gases that comes out of the seafloor. But we do not know yet what role of those gases, if if they are escaped to the atmosphere. And I think this is also our question here in the scientists in ECC.
This is Sharon at PMEL again. I can add a little something to that with respect to the CO2 question. We don't know, we don't really have enough sampling equipment out on the ship at this particular expedition to determine exactly what the CO2 level is in the plumes and are being emitted from this volcano. Two things to keep in mind, though, is one is this volcano is particularly deep at 1,860 meters or so that we're at right now where these vents are. It's unlikely to get vertical transport or the CO2 traveling all the way to the atmosphere from this level. However, this could potentially be an important study site for looking at the effects of ocean acidification on the environmental conditions in the deep sea. So this volcano could potentially provide an opportunity for further study in that regard, and that's an upcoming and important issue for the oceans in general and climate change as a broader issue as well.
Yeah, this is Tim Shank again from Jakarta. Really conclusive things yet. We're still trying to estimate the number of vents there are in the world. But the reality is that the dissipation is very quick in terms of where we measure. We have estimated that the turnover time of event water going through a vent, going into the ocean and coming back through a vent system, because the water goes down into cracks and crevices on the mid-ocean ridge systems and comes back up through the vents, can be on the order of 1,000 years is what we're hearing now. So I'm not answering your question directly because I don't think there really is an answer about heat dissipation and its influence more on the regional or large-scale ocean. This is a polychaete worm. It has, you see the bristles, the golden bristles on the edge are the feet as it walks. You see these back body armor plates on its back. It's lost some of those near its head end. They shed those off when they get really stressed out. And you can also see there's microbial communities there on the attached to those scales. So it's called a scale worm or a polynoid worm. Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry. I thought your question was one of a larger scale. The gradients are here are extremely high. They're on the order of millimeters to centimeters. This worm will venture into water that's 25 degrees Celsius. At its head end and the hind end will be 2 degrees Celsius. Shrimp swim through waters that are 380 degrees Celsius. We see their outer carapace often burned with holes in it. So they range a great deal, especially with these kind of mobile fauna. We also see like these barnacles or giant tube worms that are attached to the surface that can't run away when it gets hot. You know, you got to keep in mind that these vents can be cool for a while and then turn hot, and then they can cool off again. And so we see fried
hundredth of a degree or a tenth of a degree temperature anomaly. The reason that you get such big differences in temperature so quickly has more to do with the mixing as the water comes out of the vent. The mixing, the buoyancy of the water and the mixing with the the buoyancy of the vent water and the mixing with the colder ambient water happens very, very quickly, so that, as Tim said, within inches to meters from the vent, you have 1,000-fold dilution or more. However, with the CTD sensors, we can actually detect millidegree temperature anomalies as we've gotten further away from the vent. So that's one of the measurements and parameters that we use to identify.
Let me look in the target file and see what it lists.
Yeah, I don't see waypoint 2 in the map. Maybe if I give you the coordinates, you may be able to.
EX, this is Jakarta.
Go ahead, Jakarta. Go ahead, Tim.
Waypoint 2 has been moved. It actually wants to be where it says white cap spires.
Yeah.
It says black smoke chimney.
Right.
That should be the next waypoint, and then on to 3.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't see in the map, so we'll head there.
That's where it says vent.
Yeah. Zoom in on that.
Yeah. Nav, this is science.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you hear that conversation or?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, sorry. So yeah, that where you're pointing at the white cap spires. That's the area we want to hit.
Right here.
Yeah, and in
Okay.
between those points, we want to examine
Now,
the
is there
area.
some concern about going through the plumes, or do we have to transit to the east?
Now let's just go there.
Okay.
We'll see what.
You want to put the ROV down on top of that?
Okay, coming up. Well, there used to be a big vent at the bottom of this place. Maybe still. I see flow, I just don't see any, it's a lesser concentration. That looks like it might have been a outlet right there. Up end of the tether. You see my tether down there? Yes, I need to back up. Yeah, I'm going around a corner there, see? Back out. Try to fly under the smoke. So I'm just going to keep coming this way until you're looking 190 with your camera.
Okay.
Traveling east along the ridge top. Pretty much very close to right above the smokers.
191, Dave.
All right. I'm coming right to 191 as well.
Have you been up here before?
I haven't come this way. I think we were further west. We went west and around. Now we're just shortcutting our way across. But we have been in this region.
Yeah.
Nav, this is Science.
Go ahead, Science.
Could you please drop targets periodically? Maybe just one
Yep.
here,
On the
signaling
on the track.
inactive chimneys with barnacles.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll let you know, I guess.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, can we drop a target that says spires here? Spires with barnacles?
Yeah, I just told that to Navigator. Tim.
This is, we've been here before. This is the
Okay.
same target as Pinnacles. There's a little bit of offset in the nav, but I recognize this one right here.
Great, roger that, Palace, that's great.
I'm not close enough to you to see
Science,
where my
did you say these are
goes.
active chimneys or?
It's all
Just
right.
so you know.
You can just call them
Just wait right
spires.
here.
Spires?
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
with
you.
barnacles.
Catch up.
Okay.
Santiago, we already have a target for this already called Pinnacles, apparently.
Yeah, that's what we were
Pretty sure it's
discussing,
okay,
but
but
it's a little off. Do you want
Yeah,
still to
I see
drop
both
one?
ends going up. That's
Yeah.
good.
But
I
up to
think
where?
it will be.
No, I think we can leave it as Pinnacles or we get confused.
I'm sorry?
I think we can leave it as a target as Pinnacles, or we'll get confused that there's more up here than we think.
Right. I'm just thinking that
yeah, I wanna keep it
targets
just
from
as Pinnacles then.
from the previous dive, but I can ask for
Actually, this
to remove
this
it.
whole section of ridge is
He
covered
just
with
put
these
spires
things.
and barnacles.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to ask the navigator to remove it, or just leave it?
If he can put underneath it same as Pinnacles, he can keep it, but otherwise he might want to get rid of it.
Okay. Now this is science.
Okay, I'm gonna head over this
Go ahead.
way.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think they want to remove it, so we don't get confused with the pinnacle target. I think it was is the.
This is the old target pinnacles.
You get it. Yeah.
We have some hot fluid here.
Thank you.
Ship's got 40 meters to go in the move.
Roger that.
CTD temperature just went up about a degree.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Look, there's clear hot liquid coming out of this spire right here.
Get a zoom from the camera platform, please.
What's your temperature now, Nav?
On the camera platform.
It's about the same, 4.2.
Okay.
It's dropping a little bit.
Yeah.
Back down in the threes.
I'm writing a nadir here. That's been floating over the top of individual vents here.
Just kind of get a general lay of the land here, Santiago.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So I'm looking north. Wow.
Pretty cool.
Just going to head off in this direction. See if this is the top. Moving north and rising. This appears to be the uppermost spire right here. So come around this way.
It looks like it keeps going up. I don't know, hard to tell.
I think you got a loop there in your cable, pilot.
I'll take it out.
Just a guess, mind you.
Turns counter says not, but
well,
it does look that way, doesn't it?
That's a loop, unless it's around me.
He's moving past you, I think. The ship's, you got about 25 meters of stern behind you.
Yeah.
It looks like we have a turn in.
It sure does.
Yeah, so I'll just come up a little bit, clear that float.
Yep, we're getting closer.
$15 meters left in the move.
Thank you, Nav.
Looks like another of those holds.
Medium zoom.
Or dead shrimp.
Yeah, nobody's home. Hold that, please.
Okay.
No sign of life, and it's being scavenged by little shrimp.
Nothing wasted.
Okay, full wide video.
Pilot.
Oh yeah.
Signs. There appears to be some tubes on the right of the shrimp on the
tubes on the right.
Surrounded by the white material.
We get behind and below this hot water here. I'm not seeing tubes. Help me out.
Yeah, the little dots, black dots.
Oh. Actually, I don't know if I should set down here. I might start another avalanche. Let's, oh, here they are. Here's the tubes. Okay, slow zoom. Let's hold that. There's one.
Sucker.
Would you like a target here at Science?
Sure. Just close up on. I guess they look like tubes. Yeah. Burrowing tubes.
Okay, video slow zoom.
Thank you.
Hold that, please. Oh, I've backed way off. Full wide. Yeah. Okay, co-pilot, I see you looking north at me.
That's correct.
I'm gonna. Let's get a fast zoom. Hold that. Thank you. That looks like a kind of garden variety anemone. Into my tether. Okay, full wide, please. All right, I'm gonna get back south so we got more room to work with here. What am I getting into here?
Can't see anything here. Can't help you.
Think there's something between us.
It doesn't look like it.
I turn around and look. There, sure enough.
There's a big tall spike right there.
Oh, youch.
ROV nav, this is the bridge.
Note to self, watch where going.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Yeah, the ship is all stopped at the end of our position move.
Very good, thank you. We've completed the move, the ship is stopped.
Thank you, Nav.
Doesn't have any.
Yep, we see it.
Markers, but I assume is what we labeled pinnacles last dive. Or previous dive.
Now I see some targets called venting. Well, it's hard to say. What I'm gonna
do you mean the white capped spires? No, that's to the south of us right now. Unless
I wonder if that's black because I backed into it.
I don't think you backed into it.
Error
You're far enough away.
on the position that we get right now.
Maybe it was something over this way that I...
See, I'm well and truly over the edge on the southern side.
Can you repeat that, Tim, please?
Yeah, which is probably a good place to be.
Yeah, I've got 48 meters below me. So, and I can come down if you need more.
I think what I'm going to do is back up a little bit towards you, and then
right
I'm
now
going to let Tom come in and work this.
All right.
1,000.
You want to look at those features right at the stern of the ship, the venting and the white cap spires?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where we're heading.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, pilot, when you're finished scouting this out, they want to look at those features that are right off the stern.
Copy that.
We might actually be on them now,
It should
but
just be a matter of me coming down for you to get there.
we'll just head that way.
Possible error
right.
in the
Yeah.
How's
Thank
that?
you.
That's good. Thanks.
Okay.
I'm showing that we're 30 meters away from those. I don't know how big of the arrow, how big an arrow we expect, but it's possible.
Resume the camera platform, please. That's good, thanks.
Be nice to be able to light up that tether when you had to.
Yeah.
Some of that light rope from Home Depot.
I was thinking that.
Look at all the shrimp. Can we get a partial zoom here video? A partial zoom here video? That's good.
Nice.
Isn't that pretty?
Some of those guys are right in that flow. It looks like it.
Sorry, what's that video? I said it's very
Pilot,
pretty.
this is Science.
Go ahead, Science.
Can we please zoom in into this shrimp, if
Sure.
possible?
Can we get a bit more zoom here video? All right. Oh.
You got lots of distance between you and that spire. I'll keep an eye on you.
Copy that.
A little bit closer now.
I got a little room still?
Yeah, you're still all right.
All right. Yeah, why don't we try that video? I don't know that you're going to get much because I'm bouncing around too much. But
Nice job.
all right, video, can we pull out a little bit? Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
You're about 1.5 meters from that column, just for your information.
Copy that. Yeah, this chimney here is really interesting formation. I'm just going to kind of walk up it here, video. I am, you're right.
You're about 2.2 meters away. You backed off a little bit as you came up.
All right.
Our destination.
All right, which is south, right?
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right.
Zoom it out on the sonar. Video, could I get you to zoom on the full wide on the camera platform? Thank you. I still got 50 meters below me, so I could just come down as you move down.
That would be great.
Pilot.
I'm just coming down and backing down the hill here.
It's steep.
It's not really a hill, is it? It's more like a cliff. Yes, video, I might be able to give you a little more light on the subject.
There's your float, right there at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
I don't know where the other one is. Must be above it. So we're good. Turn on your tail light, please.
Yeah, I
Paula.
don't think it's really
I'll
black.
get it.
It's just the background makes it look black.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to
Yeah,
be a
didn't help.
lot of black smoke in there, does there?
No.
It's black features within the smoke.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
That's very pretty. Anything else you'd like to look at here, Science?
No, that's great. Thank you. I think we can continue.
All right. Could we
Zoom-
go
zoom
full
back
wide here, video?
Zoom back wide on mine.
Wow. Simultaneous zoom. Very nice, Roland.
It's 2 hands.
It's multi-talented.
Yeah. So,
I think there's rocks just to my right here.
if you turn around and sort of face that way on the wall, we'll get an idea of what's between you and me, because it looks like the tether's right on the rocks there, but I can't be sure.
Well, there's rock spires
Yeah.
of various kinds. And lots of thermal current.
Yes. I see one of your floats above you, and the other one's above it.
good.
You got spires right behind you as well, just so you know.
It's good to
They've
know.
just gone out of view. Here's your back end camera over there.
Yep.
Ugh. That I don't think so. I think they're just fragments of bacterial. What am I talking? Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
It's incredible.
Can we get a partial zoom on this video? That's good. Go ahead. Copy that. All right, so we should. So we should move on then.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
That's still me out here.
Okay. All right, video. Could we zoom out slow here?
Science, do you want me to initiate a move to waypoint 3, or do you want to look at the off a little bit further south here?
Let's
We
wait
can
for me to
we
catch up.
can yeah move a little bit south until we reach those targets and see if
And then decide on the ship move?
yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
All right. I'm just going to drop down the slope here. Thank you, video.
I'm going to wait till you get below me and I know your tether's clear before I do anything.
That sounds good. If you could wait on the ship move a second, Nav.
Yeah, we're not going to move until you get to the, he wants to get down here to see these features off the stern. So you need to come south when you can.
I have both floats in view, so I'll follow you down as you move.
Excellent.
It looks like a fairly big cavern below you there.
Indeed it is.
you're hitting something on your, there's a rock right beside you.
Yeah.
You've turned a little bit into that cavern, I guess.
Oops.
Hard stuff. It just happens to be another cavern.
Some very interesting geology here.
Oh, I'm sorry, say again. Well, I'm trying to watch his floats, make sure they don't catch on anything as we go down as well. So, sort of a catch-22 there.
Yeah, we're all right, video. That one just kind of snuck up.
Well, you can see all the walls curving around behind you here. All right, so you may want to change your heading a little bit to avoid that.
The smoke.
Sure. How about that?
Your tail's clear now.
That's good. That one I didn't miss on sonar. That's just sticking straight up, I think.
It is, yeah. I didn't see that one either.
Not that's a vent. Doesn't appear to be a black smoker.
No.
Oh, there's shrimp falling or something. Did you see that, pilot? To the left, that red thing just fell.
Yeah, I think it was a shrimp. Would you like
We
to
might
take a look
be
at it?
very quick if we can. I think it might have just died.
Yeah,
Fried.
kinda
You just got fried, I think.
looked that way.
If it's what we think.
Video, can we try to zoom on the red object?
Let's hope the
Yep.
same doesn't happen. Yeah. Yeah, waste no time.
Wow, look at that. Just right away.
Well,
back away. Watch out behind you.
Thank you, video.
Zoom in on the camera platform, please.
All right, video, can we give this a try? All right, video.
Nice and slow. Come back a little bit on the camera platform, please. That's good. You can make your turn there, but you're going to have to lateral. Nice and slow. Come back a little bit. Looks like
Okay, thank you.
There we go. Looks like you're open on your starboard side now.
And it's supposed there is a large. Is that large? Is there a large spire out there?
Looks like it out here, and that is 21 meters, almost directly ahead.
Let's move that way.
Okay, tether looks good. There's a little one.
How's the camera platform looking?
I got 30 meters below me, and I can see all your floats, so you can see rock down here behind you.
Rock? I think it's the cliff face. Do we have a depth on those targets there?
1845.
Oh, that's...
We're 40 meters.
Okay, yeah.
That's 30
So
meters
yeah,
above
we
me.
just keep moving south, right?
So science, this is pilot? Alright, well we'll just proceed up to those targets.
No, I'm sorry. They're talking to me on the other. What do you say, pilots?
Yeah, science, I was just gonna let you know we're in the right area for the targets that we dropped before, but we're about 30 meters too deep.
Right.
So we're starting to come up now unless you want to go look at something else.
Okay, thank you, pilot. Yeah, we'll look around here and.
Alright.
Yeah, the both of those features are around 1840, 1843 and 1845.
Alright, we're coming back
One is called a smoke chimney and a white cap spire. They're pretty close together. And they should be off to your left. A little more.
Okay, team. Is it okay if I start a ship move to waypoint 3 now? So that
does
crab.
appear to be a dead crustacean. Oh. Sure. Copy that. Alright, when you're good, video, let's pull wide and look at the crabs.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep in mind that
I'll
the
lift
direction
off your
we're
video.
heading,
Can we get a
it's going to only exacerbate
partial
this
zoom
wire
here for a second?
I'm getting a lot of noise and static in our connection here. Whoop.
Oh, sorry about that. Keep in mind that the direction we're heading is only going to be exacerbating this wire angle to port.
Okay.
Because we're going, aft into starboard. starboard?
Yeah.
All right.
So just keep an eye on that.
Clear behind.
That's putting your tail in there.
Yeah, am I going to put it up against a rock here?
Yeah, you are now. There you go.
All right. That's all the farther over I really need to come. I'm just going to push in. All right, video, could we zoom on the white rock here? Interesting.
Sponge?
I don't know. Do we know what this is, science?
I do not know.
That's cool.
We like it when you're stumped.
Yeah. It's nice to do that every once in a while.
I think it's tapioca pudding.
Looks like a very thick bacterial film, but yeah, that'll be my guess.
Yeah, it's very thick.
The game is Stump Santiago.
Video, is it possible to maybe see a little bit more of the tether where it goes up the rock there, or I don't know?
Science, you want a target dropped here?
Lighting-wise?
Sure. Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All
Thank
right.
you, Don.
That was just a question.
All right, video, when you've got enough for clipping purposes here, it's time to get out in front again.
You have lots of slack. You're not pressed for that.
No, I just, with this kind of terrain, I want to stay out in front of you.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
I thought you'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Full wide video?
Pilot, before we leave, can we...
On. Yep. Excellent. Nice picture. What's that? Ah, I see that. I'm not going to try to reposition to center him because I'm a...
That's great. Thank you, pilot.
Yep. Thank you. We're good, video. Copy that.
You do want to spin out of here to starboard.
Copy that.
Ever so gently.
Yeah, I had to make sure the left HMI was clear of this rock first.
Yeah, that's fine. It's out of place, isn't it?
It is, very much so. is actually a strange colored rock. Could we get just a bit of zoom on this video?
Yeah, there's something to the left. I think there's another anemone there.
That's good right there. Alright, when you're ready we can go wide again, video. I don't know what that is. Did you want to look at the anemone, Science?
Yes, please. I don't think we've seen that one.
So is it a worm or a...
It looks like a northeast. Okay. Okay, copy that. Understand.
Alright, video, can we zoom on the anemone?
Thank you.
Or a worm or whatever it is.
Would you actually like to change the course? We're actually heading right now to waypoint 3, so we'll run out of tether soon.
That's an
Yes.
anemone.
Well, I think we will soon run out of tether if the ship is heading to waypoint 3 right now.
Sure.
Pilot, this is Science.
Go ahead, Science.
They are requesting, if possible, we have enough tether to go back northeast and relocate that vent and move south along it. Just
to go back northeast.
Yeah, if we can relocate the vents we saw upslope and then.
Oh yeah, and follow them down.
Yeah.
All right.
You want you want the ship to stop?
Yes, let's call the ship to stop until we decide if we want to change heading of the
Bridge ROV nav?
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'd like to stop the ship here.
Science, pilot?
Go ahead, pilot.
So you just want to head back north till we find the last of the vents that we were looking
Yeah,
at?
northwest, please.
Northwest, alright.
I think he's on the phone.
Okay, copy that. Sorry, nav and pilot. Can you repeat that?
In order to get to the vents, we need to move back up 50 meters.
Yeah, I think I was discussing with Jakarta. They think this is the place they wanted to start following down.
Okay.
So follow this white material on the ground deeper.
I see it. Alright, we can do that.
To the south?
To the south?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so you want to...
Go that way.
Along the contour line or just the white material?
Yeah, just the white material.
Okay.
Just going deeper. Just, yeah, follow this line deep.
Okay.
Are these Vessamicamaid type clams?
I'm assuming. That's very nice. Thank you, video.
Beautiful.
I'm assuming that question wasn't directed at me.
No.
Oh, that's good, because I can't answer.
Sorry, team. Can you? What are you saying? Do you want to image the sediments?
All right. Whenever you're ready, video, we can go full wide and move on here.
You're gonna start to get tight pretty soon if this move continues.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I can give you a little bit more. I could probably give you 5 more meters. I'm just worried about what might be below us.
Yeah.
But there doesn't seem to be anything on sonar. I'll give you another 5.
I can have him put more westerly component in the move if you want.
Yeah.
Full wide there,
That's
video?
what I think. Pilot,
Copy that.
can we look at the one on the left? I think that it has a siphon sticking out
Sure.
just before we leave the ground.
Take a quick look. Can we zoom on this other clam here, video? I was wondering if we could zoom on this other clam here.
Your microphone's off, Randy.
You're going to have to hold there. I'm out of tilt, video.
He just came back in. Never mind.
Nope. He doesn't like us.
Oh.
All right, video, if we could come full wide.
Yeah. Do you see those white things? Oh, there's some white things on the left sticking out right up.
Oh.
I'll look at the left. There's a worm too.
Oh, it's
That is something very covered in bacteria, but if you zoom out a little bit to the left, there was a
just
worm
about out of it
crawling
there.
Could we pull out
on the ground.
your video? And then that's good.
Right there.
And then where are we looking, science?
Right to the left, there's another sticky white thing. No,
Oh,
don't move. No, it's to the right.
that one.
Yeah.
We need a laser pointer.
Yeah, we do. All right, let me see if I can get him in frame here. All right, video, can we zoom on this white thing? That's all the tilt I got, so.
ROV nav, this is the bridge.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Yeah, the ship is all stopped at the end of our position move.
Thank you. We finished that move, pilots. We're at the end of that 50-meter.
Yeah, I thought I saw it moving, but
You do not have much
never
cable
mind.
left. It's a
And I
good
don't
thing
know
they're
what that
finished.
is.
Yeah. All right, video, we need to come wide here. I'm out of time. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
All right. Thank you very much, video. Appreciate it.
Yeah, time to the right before
On the right,
we have
there's
to
a
decide.
definite line. We were just there.
Right. Go ahead, Tim.
That's all I can do for you.
Copy that.
You're pulling me around now. So.
That's
you
as
are-
far west as we can go.
You are
Yeah.
on the end of the road.
Yeah. Seems. Does this Bible look different to you, Tim, than the burrowing clams?
Can we zoom in on this here, video?
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yep.
I'm even with you just about, so coming down anymore won't help you.
Copy that. Yeah, I'm right at the edge here.
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay.
What is
Roger that. That is the foot of the clam or mussel, the bivalve. And could we please also get the hinge of this clam?
The hinge, yes.
Yeah, right here. Yeah.
Nice shot.
Doesn't get much closer than that.
No.
Yeah, that is true. Are those perhaps foreign
Pruning what appears to be something growing on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's sticking out there too, isn't it?
Got a siphon out too.
That's a great shot. If we can get the whole thing.
Can we zoom out enough to put the whole clam in view here, video?
We think it's moving upslope.
That's great right there.
Very slowly.
Moving his foot.
He's got at least 2 buddies behind him too.
Yeah, the family.
Anything else you'd like to look at here?
This is great, pilot. Yeah, if we go a little up and then turn. I thought I saw a very elongated object near the rock.
Copy that.
The big boulders.
The one to the left?
Yeah.
When your artistic cravings are satisfied, video? Yep, thank you.
This looks to be a site of former flow. Trying to turn. Just can't.
Tether looks good.
What was the speed of this move, Nav?
I believe 0.1 knot.
Yeah, and how much distance do they have remaining?
Believe we have. Let's see.
I wouldn't come down anymore, Joel.
Roger.
Till we see where you end up. Just gonna have a peek down here.
I believe the ship has stopped moving.
Now looking about 045 at you, pilot.
Okay, so I need to get off to the west here. Okay, we're back to the other side.
Roger.
Looks like the boat has 6 more meters to move.
Roger that, thank you. Okay, here's some. Okay, here's some additional bacterial mat. Working my way down.
Confirming this is full wide video? Roger that, thank you.
Yeah, looks like there's some behind me here. That's a tether eating rock right there.
Oh.
That's treacherous.
See that little knob on the right edge of the screen? I think that's what had me. Okay. Back to what matters.
All right. The ship has stopped.
That's good.
And the ship is rotated free for 0, and there's some current and winds.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Nav, this is
Well,
Bridge.
we're headed that way. You can start coming
Go
down,
ahead,
Mitchell.
Bridge.
I'm continuing left another 10 degrees to 330. Looks like this will probably be good, and also a good place to be in anticipation of the rain. I expect somewhat higher winds when that comes through. Estimate it'll be here in about
That's a very interesting piece of rock right there. Looks like it's broken off from somewhere and fallen down here. Look at that.
That is an odd shape.
Also looks like it's holding the rock above it from tumbling down the hill.
Yeah, Nav and Pilot. This is Science.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we want to continue following this downhill, and I don't know if you have to move the ship in order for that to happen, but just to give you a heads up before we have to stop and wait again. So we only have about an hour.
Yeah, and
and
continuing
20
to
minutes.
explore down.
That's about correct. We have about an hour.
Yeah. So we've come to a border. We have bacteria. Focus.
Definitely a clam.
Still alive, perhaps?
Can't tell.
Yeah,
Hard
he's
to
solitary.
say.
Okay, full wide. So if we want to continue, we need to move.
Are we continuing downhill or to follow the white bacteria still?
Well, this is where it led. It's
Meters. Yeah, you're in a gully, so I think
Major gully.
the middle is fine, but I think the sides is
Yeah, okay.
a tether death trap.
Yes. So
I've got bottom in my nadir again.
okay, just hold up there.
You do have some tether room.
Yeah. So if we were to have to bail out of here, it would be 225. It'd be the direction to head in.
Southeast.
Yeah. Southwest.
Yeah,
It's
southwest side.
escape direction.
So follow.
So I think we need to call in another ship move, same as before, 25 meters.
At 219?
219.
Okay, we'll do. Point 2 knots?
0.2, yeah.
All right. Bridge, go. This is RV nav.
Nav, this is the bridge.
Yes, can we make another boat move 25 meters, 0.2 knots at 219 heading?
Understand.
No, I thought they were some shells or something. It's just the bacterial mat, but it's a good sign anyway.
Yeah, we're on the right track.
Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know if this continues to the west.
Ship is still moving.
Okay, video, if we could have a medium zoom. All right, hold that, please. Zoom in some more. Hold that.
Thank you.
Okay, zoom out. This looks more like bacteria and clams here.
Go ahead, team. Yeah, we only have like 15 minutes. 10 minutes, actually.
No, now
yeah,
it
around
doesn't.
15, I think. The ship is moving, I think, yeah. Southwest, that's the direction that we keep following this track.
Still all mineral.
The bridge is rotating the boat to 10 degrees.
Copy that. Okay, we see some of this yellow colored stuff over here. I'm looking just east of north. This is sheer cliff. More of the same. Looking due east and down. It just keeps going. Coming back. Heading northeast. Heading is north. Okay, I'm focusing on the white stuff. Can you come down a little bit, Joel, or are you? There's a crab.
Oh yeah, can we
crab?
Can we take a look at that crab, please?
Zoom, please, video.
I'll come down slowly, pilot, a few meters.
Okay. And he's amidst balls of that sulfur-colored stuff. Okay, that's best I can do, hanging out here. Okay, let's snap in and try to see what this white stuff is. Whoa. Okay, full wide, please.
Pilot, can we please turn around to see what's further downslope?
Further downslope? You can tell Tim that if I find him at the Captain Kidd, he's buying several rounds.
Oh, Will.
Oh,
it's about as low as I can go, pilot.
Yeah, right. All right. All right, we'll peer off downslope, and then we're going to have to go.
Nav, this is the bridge.
Go ahead, bridge.
Do we have an estimated time to start up?
Let me talk to the pilots about that.
Roger, thanks.